Hey, Bears fans! We're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Chicago Bears. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The locker room at the Bears is reportedly in chaos after an alleged heated argument between DeAndre Swift and Caleb Williams, a situation that insiders suggest has caused a major shakeup in the team's dynamic. Sources hint that the disagreement, which apparently escalated beyond typical competitive tension, has left coaches scrambling to manage not only the fallout between the two-star athletes, but also the morale of the entire roster. While details are murky, the whispers around the facility suggest that the confrontation was about more than just play execution or strategy. It may reflect deeper frustrations regarding leadership roles and expectations. Observers are noting that the intensity of the altercation, which reportedly lasted several minutes and drew the attention of multiple teammates, has prompted management to take swift action, temporarily sidelining both players from team activities. This decision, while perhaps necessary to prevent further escalation, raises questions about how the Bears will adjust in the short term, both in practice sessions and in upcoming games, and whether this internal tension could influence the team's performance in critical moments. The locker room environment, often a reflection of organizational culture, is now under scrutiny as the front office attempts to navigate the fine line between discipline and maintaining player trust. Rumors continue to circulate that this incident may not be an isolated one, as underlying rivalries and personality clashes have long been a subtle yet persistent undercurrent in professional sports, often hidden from public view until a moment of conflict brings them into sharp focus. Analysts are already speculating whether this move will set a precedent for handling disputes among high-profile players and what message it sends about accountability within the organization. The Bears, traditionally seen as a team striving for cohesion, now face the challenge of reconciling these star personalities while keeping the locker room united, a task that requires delicate management and a keen understanding of team psychology. Fans and insiders alike are closely watching every development, interpreting body language, social media interactions, and subtle team decisions for signs of reconciliation or further division. In the midst of this storm, the question remains, can the Bears maintain competitive focus while navigating internal drama that has already captured headlines and social media attention? Or will this incident signal a deeper struggle that could impact the trajectory of the season? Reports suggest that the initial spark of the confrontation between DeAndre Swift and Caleb Williams might have originated from a disagreement during a high-intensity practice drill. Those sources caution that the full story is likely more complex than a single moment. Team insiders hint that both players, recognized for their exceptional talent, but also for their strong personalities, may have been expressing frustrations that had been building over weeks, creating a powder keg of tension ready to ignite at any moment. The speculation among commentators is that this clash represents not only a personal dispute, but also a clash of visions for how the team should operate, with both athletes potentially seeking greater influence over play calling, offensive strategy, or leadership within the locker room. While coaches have historically attempted to mediate disputes privately and maintain a unified front publicly, the severity of this argument reportedly forced the front office to intervene decisively, sidelining both players until further notice. This decision has sparked a firestorm of discussion across sports media, with some arguing that it demonstrates a firm commitment to discipline and team harmony, while others speculate that it might exacerbate internal divisions or even influence trade and roster considerations in the near future. Observers note that managing elite athletes with distinct personalities is always a delicate balancing act, and situations like this often expose the complexities of leadership, respect, and influence in professional sports environments. In the context of the Bears' current season trajectory, the timing of this incident adds an extra layer of drama, as the team's cohesion and on-field performance could be affected by the uncertainty surrounding the status of two pivotal players. Analysts are keenly watching how teammates are reacting in subtle ways, whether through interactions in practice, locker room seating arrangements, or even social media behavior, as these signals often reveal the underlying tension that management is attempting to control. Speculation continues that resolving this dispute may require a combination of private mediation, clear communication of expectations, and perhaps a reshuffling of responsibilities, a strategy that many teams employ when dealing with high-profile athletes whose personal dynamics can influence broader team chemistry. The implications of this incident stretch beyond the immediate team environment, as the media and fan communities dissect every development, trying to predict whether this conflict will be a short-term disruption or a turning point in the Bears season. Ultimately, the saga between Swift and Williams underscores the challenges of blending elite talent with team cohesion, highlighting the intricate dance of personality management, discipline, and performance that defines professional sports at the highest level. According to insiders, the decision to temporarily remove DeAndre Swift and Caleb Williams from the Bears' activities was made after careful consideration, weighing the potential impact on team morale against the need to assert authority and maintain order. Sources suggest that coaches and management were aware that allowing tensions to fester unchecked could undermine the authority of leadership and encourage other disputes to arise, potentially creating a domino effect within the locker room. Speculation around the exact content of the disagreement is rampant, with some suggesting that it may have involved disagreements over offensive schemes, touches in key situations, or perceptions of respect and hierarchy among teammates. This incident has reignited debates about how professional teams manage star players with strong personalities, particularly when both individuals are considered pivotal to the team's success. Analysts and former players have weighed in, noting that moments of conflict, while disruptive, can sometimes catalyze growth and understanding if handled correctly, though the opposite is equally possible if tension is allowed to simmer. Teammates reportedly observed the argument with a mix of concern and curiosity, aware that the outcome could shape locker room dynamics for the foreseeable future. Social media has amplified the narrative, with fans and commentators dissecting every hint, image, or cryptic statement from the team and players, contributing to a sense that the story is larger than the organization itself. This external pressure may complicate efforts by management to resolve the issue quietly and internally, forcing a balancing act between public perception and internal resolution. Observers continue to speculate on the long-term consequences of the dispute, including whether either player's role might be adjusted, if leadership responsibilities will be reassessed, or if the incident could influence contract negotiations and team strategy. The Bears' approach appears to be one of cautious intervention, aiming to protect both players' reputations while ensuring that team cohesion and performance remain priorities, a strategy that underscores the complexity of managing top-tier talent under intense scrutiny. Rumors suggest that discussions around this incident are ongoing, and that the team is actively exploring ways to transform this conflict into a learning moment, turning a potential fracture into an opportunity for stronger communication and collaboration moving forward. Whispers within the Bears organization suggest that the confrontation between DeAndre Swift and Caleb Williams might have deeper roots than what has been publicly discussed, possibly involving past grievances, differing work ethics, or contrasting approaches to leadership and accountability. Speculative accounts indicate that both players, recognized not only for their skill, but also for their ambition and competitiveness, may have reached a breaking point during a particularly intense period of training, when expectations and pressure are at their peak. Analysts point out that in professional sports, moments like these often reveal the undercurrents of tension that exist long before they become public, and that the high stakes of team performance can magnify even minor disagreements into major flashpoints. Teammates reportedly attempted to de-escalate the situation at the time, but sources suggest that the argument had already escalated beyond verbal disagreement, requiring intervention from coaching staff and management to prevent any physical altercation or lasting animosity. Speculation continues that this event may have long-term implications for team leadership structures, practice rotations, and even the overall strategic approach of the Bears, as management evaluates how best to integrate two highly talented but potentially conflicting personalities. Sports psychologists often emphasize that handling these situations delicately is critical, as mishandling can result in lingering resentment, reduced motivation, or fractures in team trust, which can directly impact performance during high-pressure moments on the field. Fans have taken to social media to express their opinions, fueling rumors and theories about the reasons behind the dispute and the potential consequences, adding another layer of complexity to an already tense scenario. Observers are keenly watching how the Bears' management balances disciplinary action with rehabilitation of the relationship, whether through private meetings, team-building exercises, or adjustments in playing time to ensure that both athletes feel valued and respected. In the world of professional sports, where every decision is scrutinized and every action interpreted, the handling of this incident will likely serve as a case study in team management, conflict resolution, and leadership under pressure, potentially influencing how future disputes are addressed across the league. Meanwhile, insiders suggest that both Swift and Williams remain committed to their personal development and performance, signaling that while tensions exist, there's also a shared interest in achieving team success, which could form the basis for reconciliation. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Sources close to the Bears claim that internal discussions about DeAndre Swift and Caleb Williams have been intense, with coaching staff, front office executives, and player leadership all weighing in on the best course of action. Speculations suggest that the decision to separate the players temporarily was a strategic move to allow emotions to cool and to provide an opportunity for reflection, rather than a punitive measure, though perceptions among fans and commentators vary widely. Analysts argue that such high-profile disputes, while disruptive, often shed light on leadership challenges within teams, highlighting the necessity for clear communication, defined roles, and mutual respect among players who possess significant influence both on and off the field. Insider reports hint that this incident has also sparked broader conversations about team culture, accountability, and the balance between individual star power and collective cohesion, suggesting that the Bears may use this episode as a catalyst for redefining their approach to leadership and collaboration. Observers are paying close attention to social media activity from both players, teammates, and even coaches, reading in as subtle cues that might indicate whether reconciliation is underway or if lingering tension remains. Speculation abounds regarding the potential ripple effects, including adjustments to practice routines, modifications to leadership responsibilities, or even changes in playing time to ensure harmony and competitive balance. Sports commentators emphasize that in the high-stake world of professional football, maintaining discipline without stifling talent is a delicate task, and that the Bears' approach in handling this situation will likely influence public perception, player morale, and ultimately, on-field performance. Fans, analysts, and insiders continue to debate every nuance of the story, from body language in team meetings to cryptic statements in interviews, all attempting to anticipate the next move by the team or the players involved. The unfolding drama has transformed what might have been an internal dispute into a storyline with national attention, underscoring the intense scrutiny that professional athletes face and the complex dynamics that teams must navigate to maintain focus and cohesion amidst conflict. Insiders hint that the path to resolution between DeAndre Swift and Caleb Williams may involve a combination of direct mediation, team-building initiatives, and strategic adjustments to roles and responsibilities, though much of this remains speculative and under wraps. Observers suggest that the Bears may use professional facilitators or psychologists to guide the reconciliation process, ensuring that both players can express frustrations, rebuild trust, and realign toward common goals without further jeopardizing team cohesion. Analysts note that how the organization manages this delicate situation could set a precedent for handling similar conflicts in the future, particularly when involving high-profile athletes whose individual influence is significant. Speculation continues about whether there might be additional consequences, such as modified playing time, revised leadership duties, or even trade considerations if reconciliation proves challenging. Teammates reportedly remain cautious in interactions, aware that alliances and perceptions within the locker room can shift subtly based on the outcome of this dispute. Social media continues to amplify every development, creating external pressure that may both complicate and accelerate the resolution process. Rumors suggest that management is focused on preventing a repeat incident by establishing clearer protocols for conflict resolution, enhancing communication channels, and fostering an environment where competitive energy is directed positively rather than destructively. Sports insiders emphasize that while the confrontation is significant, the response to it is equally critical, as it demonstrates the team's ability to maintain discipline, cohesion, and performance under pressure. The broader conversation now revolves around how elite talent is managed, how personality clashes are reconciled, and how the Bears can transform a moment of conflict into an opportunity for growth, unity, and renewed focus on the ultimate goal of competitive success. In this context, the incident serves as a reminder that behind the glamour and intensity of professional football lies a complex ecosystem of personalities, ambitions, and human dynamics that must be navigated with care, strategy, and insight, highlighting the intricate balance between individual brilliance and collective achievement in a team setting. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.